Ladies and gentlemen, younger people are not getting pregnant like they did years ago, but something different is definitely happening. This came out in the Wall Street Journal, Public Health Puzzle. Young people having less sex, contracting more STDs. Hmm, interesting. So this came out October 18th, 2019. It sounds contradictory. Young people, we're told, are having less sex than older generations did at the same age, but they're also contracting more sexually transmitted diseases than any other group. And the rates of infection are accelerating at an alarming pace. Last year, combined cases of syphilis, gonorrhea, and chlamydia reached an all time high, with half the reported infections occurring in adolescents and young adults ages 15 to 24. The reason for the increases among younger people is likely a combination of factors ranging from reduced access to health care to riskier behavior among those who are sexually active. The findings are part of the annual sexually transmitted disease surveillance report published last week by the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention. STDs on the rise, combined cases. Okay, so we see this chart down here from 2018 cases of reported chlamydia cases by state. Wow. So the areas that you see the darkest um, have the biggest cases. And they always said more of the HIV and sexually transmitted diseases are in the southeast, and look like that is the truth. It's more in the south now. Actually used to be reversed. It used to be more of it up north. Not anymore. So you can see look like, yeah, the Carolinas, Georgia, Mississippi. Um, yeah, wow, Delaware, Louisiana, Illinois, New Mexico, and Alaska have the highest cases of STDs. And then you have, following them, Maryland, Tennessee, Alabama, Arkansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Arizona, Nevada, and California. Wow. Interesting. I'm surprised my state has some of the lowest amounts of it. That's shocking. Okay, so among all age groups, chlamydia grew to more than 1.7 million cases in 2018, an increase of 3% over the previous year. Gonorrhea rose to more than 580,000 cases, an increase of 5%. And syphilis climbed to more than 115,000 cases, a 13.3% surge. Okay, so the number of HIV diagnoses, which is tracked separately, has been largely stable in recent years. It's important to note that the report reflects only a portion of STDs occurring in the US. There are at least 35 different sexually transmitted infections, and most include herpes and human papilloma virus. Aren't notable, meaning they aren't tracked by the government. Do you know, when I gave birth to my son, I took him up to my job so, people there could see him because they were asking for me to bring my baby in after I gave birth. And I did. I waited a few weeks. And when I felt strong enough, I took him up there to visit. And one of the women I worked with had, she had herpes. You could see it on her lip, you know? I know what I'm looking at when I see them herpes lesions on people's lips. Okay, it's not hard to pick up on. You see a lot of people walking around here with herpes. Well, anyway, she wanted to kiss my son, and I told her no. She was offended and told me I hurt her feelings. No, you're not kissing my son with some shit on your lips. I don't care if you are hurt. No, that's disgusting that you even want to kiss a baby and your ass got, herpes. And even if you didn't know you had herpes, you knew you had something on your damn lip. If I had that, I would never kiss a baby. Wow, I mean, people are so silly. So anyway, in addition, the handful of STDs the government does monitor are likely to be uncounted because many people, particularly those who are asymptomatic, may go undiagnosed. According to the estimates by the CDC, 1 in 4 sexually active adolescent girls has chlamydia or some other STD, and up to 80% of all girls and women who have chlamydia, a disease that can cause infertility, show no symptoms. Based on the number of reported cases, it's the number one notifiable disease in the country. And because it's continuing prevalence, the CDC considers it to be endemic. Wow. See, that's another reason for fertility, and they're finding so much infertility, and they're finding so much of it in the teen girls and adult women. Wow. But the agency regards the recent surge in syphilis and gonorrhea, the number 2 notifiable disease, to be epidemic because until recently they had been in decline with syphilis near elimination. Something changed starting around 2012. Gail Bolen, director of the CDC Division of STD Prevention, we've seen dramatic increases each year in both males and females. In 2000 and 2001, the national rate of reported primary and secondary syphilis cases, the most infectious stages of the disease, was the lowest it has been since reporting began in 1941. But by 2018, 35,063 new cases had been recorded, the highest rate among men ages 25 to 29, with 55.7 cases per 100,000. Wow! Population. That's over half. Oh my goodness. It's that many men out here that 25 to 29, 55.7 cases per 100,000. That is a lot. Woo, y'all better get protection in your head. Okay. The highest rate for women was among those 20 to 24 with 10 cases per 100,000. Wow, look at that in comparison to the men. 55.7 and the women 10%. Damn. Transmission of syphilis to women of childbearing age is of particular concern because the infection can cause death, preterm birth, and physical and mental developmental disabilities. In 2018, there were 1,306 reported cases of congenital syphilis required by a fetal in utero. 16 infants died and 78 were stillborn. Wow, that is absolutely crazy. Now, young men also had the highest rate of gonorrhea with 720.9 cases per 100,000 men ages 20 to 24. It's that many men out here walking around with, oh, woo, I never seen it that high before, y'all. 720.9 cases per 100,000 men. Ooh, y'all doing some reckless mess out here. 674 cases per 100,000 boys and men 15 to 19. But young women weren't far behind. Those ages 20 to 24 had 702.6 cases of gonorrhea per 100,000. That is outrageous, y'all. The numbers were nowhere near this high when I was a teenager. And our population is bigger than the teens that you see today. It was more of us, and we had less of this. The numbers were nowhere near what you're listening to right now. Nowhere near it. Girls and women age 15 to 19 had 548.1 cases per 100,000. Woo! These people are not protecting themselves. They are just doing it raw out here. And see, what you're going to have is another generation that can't give birth. Because you realize when you have this stuff, it can make you sterile. You're going to have another generation of, you ain't going to see no babies coming with these numbers. Gonorrhea is worrisome because it quickly developed resistant to antibiotics, and that is true. Now, when you get gonorrhea, you may not be able to get rid of it. More than half of the infections reported last year were resistant to at least one antibiotic. And that means the virus is mutating and adapting to the point where it can survive even if you got antibiotics in your system. Wow. So they're just talking about using condoms and, talking about, poverty, because a lot of times these things will occur more among poor people. But I'm not even sure, after looking at those numbers, if these are all poor people. I don't believe that. I really seriously don't. But y'all, please tell me what you think. This is crazy. Looking at something like this. See this chart. Just looking at the chart. Okay, this is per 100,000. This chart from the Center for Disease Control, and it shows you the age group, the rate per 100,000 among men and women. This is wow. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.